Hey everyone, it's Brett.caviness. I'm a realtor here in the Bay Area, and today I'm talking to you about the top 5 neighborhoods in Redwood City. But first, before we get there, I want you to go ahead and hit like and subscribe on this video. Comment below, let me know if you have any questions specifically about Redwood City, the neighborhoods, or other neighborhoods that you want to know about, because I'd love to make videos about them. So again, hit like, hit subscribe, it would mean a lot. So let's get into it right now. Again, we're talking about the top 5 neighborhoods in Redwood City, and there are many excellent places to live in Redwood City. They're all so dynamic, so different, and so vibrant, and I want to share with you some of my favorite tips about them. We're going to talk about the top 5. There are other neighborhoods in Redwood City also, so if you have questions about those, again, add it in the conversation in the chats, and I will be sure to answer it later on. Stay tuned to the end of this video, because I'm going to share with you what I call the #1 neighborhood in Redwood City that usually goes unthought about and I think has tremendous value. So stay tuned for number 5. Number 1, we're starting in Woodside Plaza, which I find is one of the most popular neighborhoods in Redwood City for many reasons. Number 1, it's a great central location in Redwood City, located just off of Woodside Road. So you've got great access down to Highway 101, up to Highway 280. So really a nice central location. You're going to get nice flat areas, nice flat lot, bright, sunny, super walkable, very convenient. You've got easy access to Woodside Plaza, which is great shopping. You've got things like Lucky, a supermarket. You're close to Safeway. You've got Michael's, a bunch of restaurants there in the Woodside Plaza shopping center. So a lot going on. You've got good schools, and all of those schools, really all these in Redwood City, feed into Sequoia High School, which has some great opportunities for young people. What I find people don't realize is in Sequoia School District, you've actually kind of got 2 different tracks. So they have an excelling students track. And so for students that test into it, they're going to be taking AP courses and attending some of the top rated universities throughout the country. So if you want details on that, I'm sharing a link below so you can get insight into the Sequoia High School. Again, don't forget about it. It might not be rated as highly as some of the other communities on the peninsula, but take another look, because these kids are doing great things and going to great universities. So it's worth a look. So again, Woodside Plaza, you're going to have homes right now priced in the range of about $1.8 to $2.5 million. Of course, it can go up from there depending on the type of property. But again, you're going to get usually a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, maybe slightly larger, 2-car garage, and a little bit of space, super walkable, super convenient to all things in Redwood City. Number 2, I want to share with you about one of the most up-and-coming neighborhoods that I want you to be thinking about, especially if you're a first-time buyer, maybe new to the area, you want something a little bit more affordable. That's the Friendly Acres neighborhood. It also borders the North Fair Oaks neighborhood. They're very close, kind of split down in the middle by an abandoned railway track, which is abandoned right now, but Facebook is talking about getting them up and going again. So actually, this might be a very central location with quick rail access in the near future down to Facebook. So again, we're talking about the North Fair Oaks and Friendly Acres neighborhood of Redwood City. Where is this? So this is really kind of Marsh Road, bordered on kind of the south side, and then it touches Highway 101 and then down to Middlefield Road. What I love about Friendly Acres is you've got great access to Marsh Manor. You've got Delucci's Market. You've got Free Wheel Brewing. So if you want to grab a beer, grab some great family-friendly food, entertainment, do karaoke, hit up Starbucks, you've got it all right there in Marsh Manor. So it's super great, super nice location, but again, it's going to be a lot more affordable. And a big reason for that is because of the schools. So again, elementary schools aren't rated so highly, but if you don't have kids, or it's going to be, you know, a number of years before your kids are school age, I would say take a look here. It's a very close-knit neighborhood. You've got a mixture of rentals and owner-occupied properties. What I find in this neighborhood is in the past, there were multi-generational families living in North Fair Oaks and Friendly Acres. So what you find is a lot of some number of converted garages or a lot of ADUs, so additional dwelling units on the properties. So what that means is you'll see a few more cars. So it's going to feel a little bit denser in Friendly Acres. But again, that all contributes to some more affordability there. Again, and prices right now ranging from, I would say, about the 1.3 million range up to about the $2 million range, and certainly can go up from there also. But again, you're going to find really nice access, super fast getting onto Highway 101, just probably 5 minutes. So if you're commuting up or down the peninsula, you're going to love living in Friendly Acres, because it's going to take you 2 minutes to get off of the highway, versus some of these other neighborhoods in Redwood City where after you get off the highway, it's still going to take you 15 or 20 minutes to get to these more core neighborhoods in Redwood City. So great commuter location, great place for access to markets. It's more affordable. You've got Starbucks, again, great family-friendly restaurants and shops, and a great place to grab beer at Free Wheel Brewing. So that's why this is one of my favorite neighborhoods that I think is up and coming, has a lot of value and a lot of upside for now and into the near future. Number 3, Emerald Hills. A lot of people know about Emerald Hills, and it's a completely different feel from Redwood City. What I find is people either love it or they don't want to be there for the same reasons, right? So it's a little bit, it's up the hill, right? So it's going to take you a little bit more time. You've got zigzagging roads. It feels a lot more secluded, a lot more, like nature. You feel a lot more like Woodside up in Emerald Hills, and people really like that. You're really close proximity over to Woodside. So you just go cruise through the back way, take Kenyatta Road, you're shooting right over to Woodside. So you're going to live a lot more like somebody living in Woodside. You have the nature, you've got a little bit more space, you've got land, you might have amazing views of the hills, down to Silicon Valley, all the way out to Stanford, out to the Bay. It really just depends how you're situated in Emerald Hills to what kind of views you're going to get. What you'll also find in Emerald Hills is usually going to compromise on the flat yard, right? So if you've got a family and you want that nice flat grassy backyard for the kids to run around in, you're not going to find it, or it's going to be harder to find or more expensive to find in Emerald Hills. So again, it's really hillside living. A lot of times you've got decks or sloped lots. So it's not a lot of flat surface, but again, you're going to get views, you're going to get a little bit more space and a lot more space interior square footage. So whereas when we talked about down in Woodside Plaza, homes down there, probably 1,800 square feet is going to be a typical size home. Up in Emerald Hills, you can expect closer to 2,000 square feet or more. Price point wise, you're looking at about the 2 million mark up to about the $3.5 million mark, depending on, of course, the size and type of property. But again, you're going to get a lot of bang for your buck. The other reason why people love Emerald Hills is because you're probably going to get some of the highest rated school in Redwood City, and that's Roy Cloud School. So that's really a big draw for people that are coming to Redwood City that want a little bit more bang for their buck in the community, but yet they still want to have excellent rated elementary schools. So you're going to get Roy Cloud Schools, which is very highly rated, which is excellent K through 8. So you've got no issue, no concern about where the kid's going to go to next, because they're going to be on a one-shot track right through Roy Cloud School, which is rated fantastic. And again, you're going to have a great feel. You're going to be much closer to Highway 280. So if you take Highway 280 to cruise up to San Francisco or down to San Jose, you're going to love living in Emerald Hills because you've got quick, easy access to Highway 280. Everything else is going to take you a few more minutes, a little bit more time to get down to, especially if you're way up in the hill in Emerald Hills, because you're going to have to drive down. You've got a lot of times zigzaggy roads. Also, to that point, you might not have a lot of great parking. So if you throw big parties, there might not be a lot of street parking in Emerald Hills. So it's just something to think about. Number 4 on my list is Mount Carmel. So Mount Carmel is really a neighborhood that sort of butts up to and neighbors Edgewood Park in Redwood City. Mount Carmel is super nice, and it's really sort of Jefferson Avenue to Whipple in Redwood City. And what I like about Mount Carmel is you've got a little bit more spacious lots. So in the Woodside Plaza neighborhood, you're probably going to have a 5,000 or 6,000 square foot lot, and you'll find in Mount Carmel, they get a little bit larger. So anywhere from 6,000 to about 12,000 square foot lots, so a little bit more room. The trees are a little bit more mature, you've got space, and you just feel like you've got a little bit more room to breathe in the Mount Carmel neighborhood. It's also great, you've got a central hub there, the park, Stafford Park. Stafford Park has excellent summer concert series on Wednesdays in the summertime. So you bring your chair, you come over, you hang out at Stafford Park, and you've got great live music. So super family friendly, really great central location. Again, very flat. So you've got easy walkability, great access to walking and biking, and then easy access cruising over to downtown Redwood City also. Again, super nice central location. If you're shooting over to 280, you're just a few minutes away, and even closer if you're hitting Highway 101. The other nice thing about Mount Carmel is you're a central location where you're just probably 5 minutes drive from downtown Redwood City, 15 minutes from downtown Menlo Park, probably less than 10 minutes to downtown San Carlos. So it's not as walkable to these downtown locations, but again, you're central if you grab an Uber, get in your car, and get over to downtown. So you've got a great location there. Now, number 5, this is what I've been waiting to tell you guys about, but before I do, again, if you haven't liked this video and subscribed, please do. I want to keep making these, and this helps me do that. If you have any questions or suggestions for this video or others, please add those comments below. Number 5, this is the neighborhood that I find is like the best kept secret in Redwood City, and I'm trying to tell everybody about it. And in fact, I tell all my clients to consider it. It's the Selby Lane neighborhood in Redwood City. So it's actually unincorporated Redwood City. So it's unincorporated San Mateo County, which means it's not in the city limits of Redwood City. So you might miss it if you're looking on things like Zillow or Redfin and you're doing an outline of Redwood City. It might totally exclude this neighborhood. So make sure that you've got your radius open so that you're not going to miss a Selby Lane neighborhood, because it's still listed as Redwood City, which it is, but it's in an unincorporated area. What does that mean? Well, really, all it means is if you're going to pull permits or do anything with the city, you're not going to the city, you're going to go to the county to get those permits, and it's not served by the Redwood City Police, it's served by the county sheriff. So really not going to impact your life day to day, but what people a lot of times feel like is maybe in terms of getting permits, they like going through San Mateo County, feel like it's maybe a little bit more relaxed than maybe the city of Redwood City. The other thing that I love about the Selby Lane neighborhood that people don't know yet is, again, they've kind of disregarded it and picked some of the other communities in Redwood City because of their more highly rated elementary schools. Because formerly the Selby Lane neighborhood, which is sort of Woodside Road bordering to Atherton, butts right up to Atherton, had a Selby Lane Elementary School, which wasn't rated too great. But what I'm finding and trying to tell people right now is Selby Lane Elementary School is gone. It doesn't even exist anymore. And people don't realize that because these online websites and portals haven't updated that information. So Selby Lane Elementary School is now actually an Adelante Spanish immersion school, which you could opt in to go to. But if you want to go to any of the regular standard Redwood City elementary schools, you actually have an opportunity to attend one of 4 or 5 elementary schools on the other side of Woodside Road. So what does that mean? It means kids in Selby Lane neighborhood are now attending the exact same schools as the kids over in Woodside Plaza, who are paying a lot more money to buy properties over there. So don't tell anybody, hurry up, go buy a property in Selby Lane before these websites update and everybody starts running over there. Because what people love when they stumble upon the neighborhood, I find, is you've got nice spacious streets, you've got parking, it's all flat, you can run and jog and walk and take the dogs for walks through Atherton around the estates, you've got nice quiet neighborhood. But again, all the similar amenities that you had if you're living in Woodside Plaza, because you're just right next to Woodside Road, which means you've got access to Woodside Plaza shopping, you've got grocery store, restaurants, dining, all of that. Plus you're just 2 minutes from jumping onto Highway 280 and 5 minutes from shooting over to Highway 101. Also, I find a lot of people live in the Selby Lane neighborhood who work at the Stanford campus on any number of jobs. And the reason why is because you just take Alameda, shoot it right down to Menlo Park, Palo Alto, and you can get to the Stanford campus super, super quick. So it's an excellent location. Again, super, super well connected to everything Silicon Valley. Again, so many reasons why I would recommend you check out these neighborhoods. These are the top 5 neighborhoods I would want to recommend to you in Redwood City. First, we talked about Woodside Plaza, excellent. Second was Friendly Acres and North Fair Oaks. Third was Emerald Hills, up in the hills with spectacular views. Number 4 was Mount Carmel, which is a great, more spacious, bigger lot size neighborhood in Redwood City. And number 5, which is one of my personal favorites, is the Selby Lane neighborhood in Redwood City. So again, this has been the top 5 neighborhoods in Redwood City. If you want to know about these or others, please send me a direct message, text me, call me, really seriously do it. I'm going to answer personally. I want to talk with you. And if there's anything you need in terms of real estate in the Bay Area, contact me. I'm Brett.caviness. Take care for now.